It's been so long.
But guess who we have on the phone right now? We have Mr. Mark Farner, the engine, as it were, from Grand Funk Railroad. How you doing, bud?
Hey, Alan, I'm doing, but I ain't mildewing.
You're not mildewing.
Yeah, not yet, dude.
That's good. That's good. We know you missed us. It's been almost 2 years, and we know we got word that you'd missed us, so we decided to reach out to you again and get you back on the show.
Hey, I appreciate it, brother. Good to be here with you.
Hey, look, and we'll start off the same way we did last time. Tell. I think give us a Jesse update.
Yeah, Jesse is in love with Rachel, and they are a thing. The night nurse done fell in love with him, and he fell in love with her, and Jesse. This is keeping him wanting to be here. He wants to live, Alan, because of love. And this girl was like an angel. This is like Florence Nightingale stuff. This is the real deal stuff. This is love.
That's awesome. It's a movie script. It really is. It could be. It could be a movie script.
It really is.
That's amazing. Yeah, I know he had some good breakthroughs, I think, on some motion things too that I'd seen. So that's awesome to hear. It's amazing what the power of all your fans out there and all the prayers I know that have gone round and round and round for Jesse last couple years.
Right on, brother.
Hey, dude. Yeah. Some things that caught our eye, and I got to tell you this story. And of course, fans of Grand Funk Railroad will know that Mr. Farner was the principal songwriter, singer, a lot of the great Grand Funk stuff that had happened over the years. And I know that one of the things you've just done recently, which would be a dream come true for any rock fan, I know I'd be on that list, is I think just within last month, didn't you do a rock and roll fantasy camp?
Yeah. We just did one in Vegas last week.
How was that?
It was fantastic. Yeah, the fans, they paid money to come and hang with us and to learn from us. And I have never had an experience where somebody did not feel like they would have paid twice whatever it was the charge was just to come and do it. And a lot of people come over and over and over again once they experience the camp, and once they experience jamming with us guys on stage and getting a video and showing their friends. It's like they become they want us. They want every camp they're going to show up. But they're not kidding you. It's just great. People are loving this stuff.
Who was on the last one? Was it Kip and Lita on this last go round? Lita Ford and Kip Linger?
Yes. And Lita was badass. Oh my God.
Yeah,
that girl
look.
can play. Yeah.
I know, and I loved her in the 80s. Of course, a guitar player myself, but just the fact that there were so few women that really brought it and played guitar. She wasn't just some poser with it. Jan from Vixen was another female guitar player from that era that really, really could play. But yeah, Lita Ford. I was so envious. I saw the pictures. Like, I just want to hug her. I want to hug I just want to hug her and smell her.
Step away. From Lita.
Yeah.
I said, step away from Lita.
Yeah, it's my co-host Sue there. She's making sure that I don't get too stalkerish with Lita. But that's got to be a fantastic feeling there, I guess, to give back to. It's one day I'll scrape the money together. It's coming up. I'm getting to retirement age, so maybe I'll get the missus to fund a rock and roll field trip because I would love to do that.
Oh man, you would love it. It would change your life.
Well, speaking of gear, have you got? I saw something on your schedule that caught my eye, and I might be a little bit behind, and I apologize if I am. But you were in the studio sometime in July and August. Is there something coming out?
Yeah. We got a couple of things cut. One is finished to cut, and the other one was we're working up. We're kind of doing that with Ajax Railback, who is a producer that did Duran Duran. He's got a place in Boston. His studio is like walking into a museum. He's got
really?
Guitar, every kind, guitar amps out the wazoo, everything you can think of. Vintage and new stuff.
Yeah, Sue's pointing around at Smile or Die
just like here,
Studios.
Mark.
We're in a new studio now, in case I don't know if you know, since the last time, and it's also a recording studio, and there are guitars everywhere, all over the walls, and there's a lot of Alan and Sue memorabilia.
He won't let me touch them now.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm not allowed.
I bet, and of course, I saw that you had a Line 6 endorsement too. So did you find? So I'm going to guess that you've probably messed with some of their virtual stuff too, and I know I have in the studio. What do you know? How would you describe the difference between like working with the Line 6 stuff, the plugins, versus hitting the studio and actually having a 68 Crybaby to really rock out on?
Well, I don't. The Line 6 stuff is great. It's US, and but I don't. Nothing can substitute that Crybaby.
No, for sure.
Model it, so I'm old school. When I go, it's my pedal board and a tube amplifier, and it's going to be either a super with a 15, run on 15,
right,
or a Fender Twin, and then we run a 15, out of the speaker out with that too. I like 15s for my guitar. My sound is a whole lot better when I got 15s. I like B130F speakers. That's what I used back in the funk days.
Right.
And that's what I prefer. Yeah.
And I guess for our listeners who are, when you and I get together, obviously it turns sometimes to the minutia of music making. But to broaden it up for the audience that's not musically literate, 15s kids are the big bassy speakers that most times you see bass players use. Not so much guitar players, but they do capture a frequency, especially in a lot of the years that you worked, you were in a trio format, so you had to cover sonically a lot more space than a lot of guitar players that had keyboards and all that stuff as well.
Right on.
And the Parker Fly, I mean, is that still your main guitar out of the box?
Yeah, that's my baby. Parker Fly. I had to get a lighter guitar after I had an operation that fused 2 vertebrae in my neck.
Oh.
And the doc said, he told me no more slabs, man. I said, dude, I'm playing a Strat, and I got the Telly, I'm not switching out.
Right.
And he says, I'm telling you, you can't hang them around your neck anymore. You got to get something a lot lighter. So I went to the Parker Fly, and I don't regret it a bit because it made a better guitar player out of me.
No doubt. Do you often mix the tones, the piezo pickup along with the humbucker, especially to get more sonic?
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
yes,
I can see that.
Yeah, man.
So
a nice little chime on the top.
So, but back to your studio excursion. So it sounds like you went into like a totally legit studio. You got a producer. Does that mean that is it a Mark Farner project or something else going on, or?
No, it's Mark Farner.
Is it going to be a full length CD or?
Well, but what we're talking about now is maybe just do a release of this one that we've got done as a single, and.
Well, yeah, of course, that's the market. Yeah, that's the market now.
Doing that now. So,
yeah, I forget.
Put all the money out for, going in and laying down all the tracks all at once.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, I still think in the old school way, and there's a few record companies out there still trying to do it that way. Some folks that have been on the show recently, a couple of our people have just recently done deals with Frontiers Records, and they're trying to, tap more into the retro scene with new music. Player just got a deal, and I think Rick Springfield's new album is on Frontiers as well. So they're being sort of artist friendly there. With that kind of stuff, but yeah, I still when you say release a single, I still think of albums, but yeah, that's the market these days. Is just put a song out and move on for sure.
Right on.
Well, that's awesome. Look, here's something I wanted to bring up, and we talked about this last time, and I hope you're not like overly tired of discussing it, but this just gives it a different perspective. My sister a couple weeks ago was flying in somewhere from the West Coast to Ocean City, Maryland for Bike Week, and so she excitedly texts me and she says, "Hey, guess what? I'm on the phone with your friends in Grand Funk Railroad." And I was like, "No, you're not quite." So I had to, first of all, I had to educate her. And tell her what was what.
Yeah.
So it was just funny. They're playing some Bike Week or something, and again, it just there's a website out there, and like I said, I know you're probably tired of talking about it, but one of the things that was interesting, there's a website out there called Fans Against Fake Bands, and what really made what made me laugh was Grand Funk Railroad got 2.5 out of 5 stars for authenticity. Kiss got 3 out of 5 stars. Now, Kiss takes 2 guys and puts them in the original makeup and totally tries to fool everybody and, trudges around the country. And that is seen as more authentic than the current version of GFR.
Yeah.
And that sucks for the fans. It just sucks for all of us. It just really, really does. But I like what you've done. I got the American Patriot CD.
Okay. Rock Patriot.
Rock Patriot, I'm sorry. A couple of years ago, and when I listened to that, that's the sound, that's the thing.
I appreciate it.
And we're glad to see that you're still doing that.
Yeah, well, all that was done on analog 24 track too, and then it was dumped down to digital for the massage, but it was all cut on a 24 track analog machine. So I like that.
And of course,
analog, dude.
I'm rocking my Mark Farner, the Messenger shirt from the old school, the Messenger guitar, which I love. And I didn't wash it from the first time that I screwed up the date.
You were calling.
Yeah, the one time I thought you were calling, and Sue said, "Did you wash that shirt from the show 4 weeks ago?" I said, "No, because it still smells like hope, bro. It still smells like," and we were so hopeful. But, of course, that's how those things go in scheduling. I think it was like 2 years ago we got schooled by Mr. Davy Jones on a cancellation, and it was actually hilarious. It made for hilarious radio. But we were actually lucky to get Davy.
We were sore.
But we got Davy right before he did the Monkees reunion, and we were one of the last in-depth interviews that he did, radio interviews that he did, which was awesome.
Anyway.
But anyway, tell us
Were you talking about that show,
there were some
concerts that he was doing before?
Yeah, and there's some gigs coming up.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know where they're at because
Sue's got them on there. Yeah.
I don't know where I'm playing next.
Yeah, you're calling.
I just don't. My wife tells me, and I tell her, I say, "Baby, don't tell me anything until like a week before I have to leave this
I'm the
house."
same way.
So then I shouldn't tell you.
Well, tell him anyway, Sue.
I have November 7th and 8th. You're in New York City.
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, that's a billboard event. Some kind of a billboard event.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a panel. Yeah, I'm a panel guy for the billboard. Yeah, there's no performance there, but I am sitting on a panel for the billboard. And
so then
I guess we're gonna talk about the business and how to improve, from my point of view and from the people who are on the panel, how to improve the reception and how to that we get when we get to a place, to a venue. What do we expect? What could we suggest to make it a better experience and all this? I mean,
right.
It's really a good effort, and I'm glad to be on that panel because I got a lot to tell them.
Nice.
Yeah, see if you can fix radio for us too, because we're struggling. This entire industry is just struggling.
God.
It's,
I know, dude.
And that's why, and I tell you, it's the greatest compliment to us. We thank you so much for coming back again. But just recently, we've had 2 or 3 people that have made return trips. The first thing I love about it is we don't have to work you to death with a celebrity bumper because we already got you forever and ever. Amen.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that people remember and come back because it's like the only interview they'll do in the next 3 months that's not quickie in and out. It's the city that you're going in. You have no idea where you are, and the morning show is going to give you 2.5 minutes. Let's talk about Grand Funk Railroad. Well, Mr. Mark Farner, and you get that. Where's the gig tonight going to be? And then you do that, and then you're off, and the guy has no idea who you are, what you did. And what we did with Player just recently was I told Peter Beckett, I said, look, dude, if you do our show, we won't just give 10 seconds of your new song. We will play the full thing all the way through. And nobody does that anymore. I mean, nobody does it. It just drives me insane. Classic rock radio doesn't do it. They want to hear the old stuff. If you got something new, they don't want to talk to you. It's just, when I rule the world, I'm going to fix all that for us, Mark.
Well, good, brother. Let's get you in place then.
I'm going to try. Well, look, thank you so much. Thank you so much, and thank you to your wonderful, patient, and sagacious wife who tells you what to do and where to go, just like my wife does. We love her
Right
too.
on, right on, buddy.
And share our
We
love
love
with your
them all.
family. And thanks for coming on. And as soon as you have some product out, or for lack of a better term, you got a new song that drops on iTunes, as the kids call it. Let us know. We'll pimp it out on our website too.
Okay.
And
Sounds good.
and maybe
I really
we'll
appreciate it.
Yeah, and maybe we'll get a chance to play it on our show, which would be even more awesome.
Beautiful.
All right, we take care.
Sounds good, Alan.
Take care, Mark.
All right.
All
Bye, Mark.
right.